here. Are you about 3 large footsteps away from the grave? Need to go time before you go fuck in a casket? Might I suggest learning to talk about video games? What else would I do at my funeral? If it wasn't for talking about video games, I'd be happy. It takes a lot of no shame to do, so tell me, are you gonna learn how to talk about video games? Or are you gonna have integrity? Ugh. Look at this. This is your life now. First step to talking about video games is not playing video games, and I cannot stress that enough. Why be a video game player when you can make silly comments about them? It's the same sentiment I have towards the working class. The controller down and repeat after me. This game is Video games are art and have been one of the leading ways for artists to express themselves in recent memory. Discussing them is completely warranted. But if you're worried about losing the listener's attention during, make sure to spice things up. Since that video game, don't be afraid to not talk about video games. Well, roughly 5 minutes, act out some kind of a skit. Make sure it isn't funny. Some people call this a waste of time. I call it a... You gotta have your artful nemesis here. You just can't escape from. Yeah, sure, you could just not play it, but then what would I have to do tomorrow? Hey, it's been a while. A random noise. Still there? Send your game collection to announce your resignation from society. It's a good thing to yell a lot. People won't take you seriously if you aren't screaming. I call this the Thanksgiving dinner approach. Now, it's really important to act like you're better than the game you're talking about. This can be achieved with a few, who made this? And what is this game? But if you don't know what to say, you can always just start acting awkward and give yourself a double. So on to the next one, which is the one after the that one. And the next one is the stuff. Swearing. Yes! Swearing is a genetic staple of the video game player. You truly play video games if you can say f*** about them. And if you aren't willing to say f*** uncensored, get the f*** out of here. Duly noted. You have to have an opinion. What is your opinion? You have to play every game too. And like every... One of these played off as a joke. Maybe make a funny quip about it and shake some yellow text around you to prove you're serious about being funny. Funny moment! And you can't just talk about video games. You gotta be funny, especially if you're not funny. That way you can deflect criticisms by stating you shouldn't be taken seriously. If you need to be seen playing video games, hold the controller as close to your chin as possible and frown. Can you tell the controller's not even plugged in? Are you better than the person listening? No, but you have more Wii U games than them, so always remind them of that. Try to correlate to anything happening on screen, i.e. scream. And when you start talking games with people, make sure to not see them there. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. You have to do your research and get everything right about Mega Man 4. If you don't... If someone pays you to talk about a video game, don't act like you already had integrity. Maybe you could gather various like-minded people together and pose a threat. Like, watch yourself, or I'll start a podcast. Feel free to really express some emotions here. You're talking about video games for God's sake. If you're having a hard time crafting your own things to say about these games, never count out plagiarism. How about that's not copyrighted? Go. Of course, everybody has their own opinion, and that's the way it's wrong with that. Always call them through email, and that just about covers what you need to know to talk about video games. You truly have time. Of course, you need to know when to stop talking, so might I suggest a poignant stinger to end things before you get all blue? So grab a dictionary and find a random string of words that you think would work well together. I own more Wii U games than you obviously think. I should have picked over that. Morning. Correct. Welcome to the fun side of my brain, filled with an urge to collect video games and an obscene amount of Nintendo knowledge. I call it my wild side, doctors call it a tumor. I just like consistency, knowing these things will always be here, organized, alphabetically. Everybody should get into this kind of stuff. We don't have the same hobby, that way it'll be even more confusing. of stupid Nintendo games. There's no... Everybody should have no life. Over 15,000 games to try to discuss and later shelve. The consistency, alphabetically, and player's choice can go to hell. The size and shape of discs and cards. An hour or so I'll talk. I swipe right on them till both my are stems. Cause every day's Fat Tuesday in my eyes. World doesn't get my passion. They all think we play motions. But it's their loss for they got no ways to resist them. All embrace. Request you understand this kind of stuff is virgin genetic cachet. I've been blessed, no time to rest. I've got a lot to address. You don't need sexist. It may be hard to find a place to start, so might I suggest? Not bad. I suggest guys to start things out, then moving on to pack and roll. Lost in and Tetris 2, or whatever's left at home. Soundless clubhouse games, name a better pair to taste. If you said no night and skin, get the fuck out of my face. Tell me that you understand. Great target practice, as long as I'm not having sex. Yes. I shouldn't dwell. I've got no sex to sell. Take them all and distribute them in your spread and replay. It's a smell, these extra copies, extra ban you from hell. I've got a police match I might be slightly obsessed, could I not be? Have you seen these? I've got no shame to blame. Stupid Nintendo games. Who wants to compare pens? This is my one true love. Never finding a mate. Look at all these things. The NES games. Oh man. Super Mario Brothers 2. Why did it have to say Mario Madness on the cover? It almost looks like it's supposed to be the subtitle of the game, like Super Mario Brothers 2. Tell me something I don't know. Mario Madness. River City Ransom I bought on the Wii Shop channel because I heard somebody say it was an 80s equivalent to Grand Theft Auto. I wanted a game like that so bad. Just like Grand Theft Auto, the characters have skin. I like this game because it taught me proper money management. And we all know that's stuck. I bought Donkey Kong Jr. Math. How do we know that? They're gonna break my legs. It was an investment. A fun investment. How fun is that 10 grand surgery you just had? Let me spend 200 in peace. You gotta hand it to Nintendo. All the Junior fans are up the street now. Why do coke when you can do math? All the horrible licensed games. I gotta admit, Back to the Future could be worse. Don't get me wrong, it's bad. I think it's as terrible as something like Ghostbusters or Where's Waldo. Look, my copy has a flick wound. I mean, that says it all right there. Last owner must have hated it. Game. Oh, damn it. Where is Waldo? Kung Fu Heroes! It's been too long. I used to play this house all the time. Like once, I played it once. Pinball is a fucking lie, and I'm tired of acting like it isn't. This isn't pinball. But when you actually play the game, this is pinball. You snakes! The reproduction Nintendo World Championships and Campus Challenge cartridges. I always enjoy to have these as a part of my estate. Do I care these reproductions are not the real deal? Well, no. I bought these to officially play them, and then if I own the originals, I think it would quit my job. Care for them. How do I tell them I quit? The NES is such a wonderful pantry of simple fun and dog. I love this system. Though, why does the controller have to be this way? Why can't the buttons be slightly angled? You know how your thumb is? And when they redesigned it, button placement worse! I woke up and my thumbs were like this one day. I was so fucking happy. I love this system. But hey, what about the Super Nintendo? Everybody needs to have a few Super Nintendo games. Not to. You know, we've already had 2 World Wars. Might as well block while you're at it. I've got one Tetris Attack for you. This one's Tetris Attack. Easily one of my top Super Nintendo games. And it is real! They took this Japanese puzzle game with Dear God Anything But kinds of Yoshi's Island characters. Yoshi's Island! What a thing! The Super Nintendo has one of the greatest lineups of 2D. Don't stop me from considering Family Feud to be one of my favorite games on the system. What makes the so moist? Name something kids use. Tonsils. Name something parents save from a first baby to use for a second. Oh! Name something that's often located in the basement. The basement. Name something people start but never finish. Maybe War? Books of Fate. Doom's ass red cartridge. You know, the color of ass. Right? Oh my god, this version's so bad. It's impressive they got it on the Super Nintendo in general. This Wolfenstein 3D works better, but it's heavily censored. Instinct. This is a fun way to annoy me. Super Punch-Out's weird. Like, the NES game is the most famous. It's one of my favorites on that console, but who the hell talks about the Super Nintendo one? Nothing wrong with it. It's just the controls and sound effects don't feel as good as the original on NES. To anybody who is, I'll see you in court. Crucifixion's a bit hard. Donkey Kong Country 3, the one I just can't own. I've never legally owned this game. If you don't believe me, look through my tax records. See no donkey. I did beat the original Donkey Kong Country. Great game. I did it with the Rewind feature on the SNES Online app on Nintendo Switch. Do I deserve to have hands? Nah, I only felt the need to use it when this part came up, where differently colored ropes do differently colored things. I looked at my excuses for the day and considered this to be a Rewind warranting event. Nintendo is such a cozy corner of gaming. Games were still simple at their core back then, but they had so much more depth now. A game like Super Mario World is pretty much in line with the Mario games on NES, but this one just goes so much deeper than that. It has a map screen that eventually tells you to go f*** yourself. A Link to the Past is a full realization of what the original Zelda on NES was doing. Super Metroid is the same. Super Castlevania 4, Mega Man X, Kirby Superstar. This is where many of gaming's greatest franchises of all time, to tons of fans, peaked. It doesn't get much better than this. But you ever wonder what the hell is up with these boxes? What is this design? It makes no sense! You know what'll get people to want Super Nintendo games? Geometry. And the fact these boxes are cardboard plus fleece. I mean, it was excusable on the NES. Here, it's damn near inexcusable. The Nintendo 64 is a solid rebound. If by solid, you mean painful. Good thing I only see in 5 frames a second. It's a great system. It just isn't as slam dunkish as the other ones. Like, it obviously has its downsides. Age that well for one. This generation of gaming as a whole doesn't really, like, you consistently still see new games come out mimicking 8 and 16-bit style graphics. Nobody's dead trying to resurrect this. At least we got Mario Party 1 out of it all, the greatest party game ever told. Bad after it got good 9 entries in, but in my heart, it is the quickest lobotomy I've ever had. Real cartridge. This ain't no holographic trick. If it was, could I do this? See, it's real. The start to one of the most fun gaming franchises to discuss, whether you're into the competitive scene or just like talking on different notes between games. Smash Brothers just kind of brings everybody together, and the original Nintendo 64, while incredibly simple, still holds up to some extent. Mario Kart 64. Many consider it to be the greatest kart racer of all time. I consider it to be that game where Yoshi looks weird. Bones, whoever can tell me what this is. The new Tetris. This shit was old. Clever. Good, but it's so similar yet so different from any other Yoshi game. You gotta eat fruit. You don't just get to the end of the level, just do what my dietitian said and eat 30 fruit. So we gotta just find 30 pieces of fruit and then we move on to the next level. That's kind of an interesting direction. Hopefully the next Yoshi game does something the same thing. Are good. My go-to game on this console will forever be Super Mario 64. Oh wow, Scott. You're gonna tell us your least favorite food is air. I can't help it. My body knows what it likes. The Nintendo 64 is a console I've learned to love, though. My favorite. That's only because of these damn cartridges. Nintendo, come on, no end labels? I need to know if this is clever or not. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. There's something about that original Game Boy that... Guys, the first handheld game console, because who wants to admit the Microvision exists? This thing is perfection with a Tetris cartridge in it. Goodbye, the new Tetris now. Alleyway is a fun one. It launched with the system. But I think to this day Nintendo avoids the question. They refuse to admit it. It's one of those older Nintendo titles where they threw Mario in it. That's Mario. No, I got it. They're so cute. They're so simple, but they know what they are, and they don't try to bite off more than they can chew. That is a definite problem with a few titles for the handheld. Shrink it down and expect it to work. Donkey Kong Land. It's Donkey Kong Country on the go. discovered I could take a shit on the go. All I have to do is shit my pants. Even some of the best games on here, like Link's Awakening. Was all that was available in terms of handheld on-the-go gaming. You couldn't play The Witcher 3 at only 540p portably. You had to settle. With all these limitations, developers still delivered well-designed and fun games. Tetris is what it is because of the Game Boy. Pokemon came out at what was supposed to be the end of the Game Boy's life. You don't want to do on your deathbed? Release Pokemon. Interesting concept. You like the metal creatures. Let's try it out. Start to pick up. I bet this game looks pretty fun. It was like a portable Super Nintendo, but that's kind of all it is to me. I feel like so much of this handheld's identity revolved around games for other consoles. Oh my god, Super Mario World is here! And A Link to the Past! And Kirby! And Metroid! And Donkey Kong! I mean, it was a dream come true to be able to play these classic games on the go in all their glory, but what does the Game Boy Advance have to call its own? It's Mr. Pants? To be fair, there's quite a few games on this little guy, including Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a follow-up to Donkey Kong on the original Game Boy. This game was the best. It's like you'd expect it to just be Donkey Kong from the arcade. In reality, it scares the out of me. Well, that's the end of Donkey Kong. It keeps going after the original arcade game ends, and it's this meaty puzzle platformer. It's amazing. There's a border on Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo, and now I can play my game on the big screen in a house while I'm right next to a sea. Super Game Boy is pretty rad. It has all these settings you can tweak. You can change the border, make your own border for all I care. But I can play Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance games. For that, you'll need the Super Game Boy 2, only released in Japan. Look, it's clear like a Game Boy Color cartridge. It's color. Like the Game Boy Color, it shows a Game Boy Color on the box. Release the Super Game Boy 2 must play Game Boy Color. It doesn't, does it? Looks like we have to move up a generation or two to the GameCube. The Game Boy Player. Yeah, so this is a bit more of a mess. Instead of a regular cartridge, we gotta screw this on the bottom, plus pop the startup disc in. The last thing the Game Boy Player arc of my life needed was a startup disc. Well, when we get in there, it's playing the Game Boy games, and Color, and Advance as well. I mean, this thing reeks of anti-personality. Compared to the Super Game Boy, I'm gonna f my wife. Look at how cool it is! Here, this is just the most convenient means of playing the entire Game Boy line. I'm too bored to yawn. But it's still a lifesaver of a device, and all more reason why the GameCube reigns supreme. My favorite console. Many would assume it's the Wii or Wii U. Nintendo was firing at all. Pretty much every one of their franchises got major installments here. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Smash Brothers, F-Zero, Star Fox, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Wario, Wave Race, 1080, Pikmin, Paper Mario, Mario Kart, Party, Golf, Tennis, Baseball, Strikers, Odama? This is funny. Nintendo published a first-person shooter about ghosts. I was hoping they'd follow it up with an RPG about bees. Luigi's Mansion is such an interesting game. Like, you explore this haunted mansion and finish the game 3 hours later. I'd say the following games in the series took the general gameplay of Luigi with Vacuum and ran with it more. They will never live up to the amount of ambiance this original game had. You can feel how haunted this place is. It's such a fun experience. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, because I only do what Mario tells me to. Why not? It sure is Dance Dance Revolution, and this is the only DR game. Just the PS2 and Xbox, not the system with customers willing to buy stupid plastic bullshit for it. The GameCube microphone used for Mario Party 6, Odama, and eviction notices. The DK bongos, different games, same story. See, the best of both worlds. Looking at it critically, though, party support was definitely one of its weaker elements. It was definitely better than something like the Nintendo 64. Sure, we got our Resident Evils and Sonic the Hedgehogs, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, Super Monkey Ball, Beyond Good and Evil, Tales of Symphonia. but the other consoles had Grand Theft Auto 3. Also, I love this controller, but why is the D-pad so small? These games on my console. I know that's a thing on, but I just want to play Nintendo Puzzle Collection in peace. Have to use an action replay disc, you can kind of play it, and bam, beautiful. This is one of my only cheat devices. I can use it to not play Mario Sunshine. I also have Dream Mix TV World Fighters, a Smash Bros. Clone featuring Bomberman and Simon Belmont and Optimus Prime. It's just missing Master Higgins. I also have The Legend of the Quiz Tournament of Champions, a trivia game published by Nintendo. You can play as Jeff Foxworthy. Gotta appreciate and despise these Japanese game boxes. They're cute and cool, but the outer sleeve is so easily losable and damageable. But that's about all I can say. I could only really go on for about 45 more minutes. There are only a few things in this world I could talk about for over 23 minutes. At least the Wii had the purest white game boxes known to man, a smoker's mortal enemy. God, I mean, the GameCube may be my favorite system, but the Wii is just so interesting. It had exactly what people wanted and none of what they wanted. Come on. Sure, your stupid fucking uncle like Wii Fit and Calvin Tucker? But then for the core audiences, you got Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Mario, Sin and Punishment? A sequel to a Japan-only cult classic shooter on the Nintendo 64? Who would have expected that? GoldenEye 007 on Wii is one of my favorites, a reimagining of the Nintendo 64 classic. A lot of diehards don't like this one because it's basically just Call of Duty, but some bundles came with the Golden Classic Controller Pro. The original didn't do that. Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite game of all time, thank you very much. The pinnacle of Space Mario. It's just such a magical feeling playing this game, even over a decade later. And I'm sure by the time it's 20 and I'm battling some kind of fun new disease, it'll still be. But the Wii was when anybody over the age of 40 started throwing a tantrum over using motion controls. I don't know, this ball segment of Mario Galaxy always gets brought up, and I never thought it was that bad. It'll come back to me in 17 years. I'll be bald and hate it. Even the casual experiences on Wii I love. Wii Sports, Play, Fit, Trauma. Big Brain Academy Wii Degree is an awesome multiplayer game. Smarty Pants is still one of my favorite generic trivia games. Family Feud Decades? Name one of baseball's great all-time sluggers. Only baseball team I know, Harlem Globetrotters. Is your answer there? The neighborhood can play together. Polyamory? As much as I love the system, again, it's not perfect. Whenever a game asks me to shake the nunchuck, it has the weight of an empty pencil cup. The amount of shovelware I actually kind of like. Sure, these things may be filling a landfill somewhere, but I'm sure I can find some use for them someday. Let's not forget the Wii had such classics as Vince Young starring in Madden 08.
Every story has a Christ figure.
And then followed up by the most disappointing sequel to Christ I've ever seen, Brett Favre starring in Madden 09. Go fuck yourself. And Jesus Christ, games on this console can be hideous. This is the dropping off point for developers who kind of cared. They either did or they didn't on the Wii. There's no in between. The same can sort of be said about the Nintendo DS. Like, you're either playing one of the greatest games of all time or crap. DS, man. So many stupid came out here, but it has one of the best libraries as well. It was a little weak, but under classic books. Come on, I want to read, not count. DS games look so chunky now, whether they're 3D or 2D. They just all look so DS. Let's not forget the touchscreen. Everybody lost their stylus, but I never did. Doesn't even matter. You can use fingers. Mario 64 DS if I was trying to find new ways to embarrass myself. The DS browser. I bought this before knowing what a Wi-Fi connection was. Get those $30 back. The DS is great, but I do feel like it has builds. It's in this weird purgatory of just powerful enough to do 3D graphics, but barely. Then even the 2D stuff doesn't look the hottest. Most of the problems with the DS were rectified with the Nintendo 3. It had an opposite problem. First-party support, but then barely any of the third-party scared. Ubisoft, Activision, they all tried for like 1 year and then just gave up. But it didn't matter because we got... Is this? Who asked for this? Why do I have to look between the TV and gamepad to change system settings? Nintendo TV, ha ha ha! you. Yeah, why not publish Devil's Third Nintendo? Wii U microphone exists. There's a goddamn mic on the gamepad. Why are these two green colors? Why does this one not have the blue ridge? Why remake Wii Sports? Why swap between controllers so much? Why in Super Mario 3D World's multiplayer does this big blue border appear? God, everything Nintendo's done, I have something to bitch. Why is this wet? Why does this repel virginity? And again, in Mario 3D World, why in multiplayer does this big blue border appear? I get that it's supposed to tell you that the players are too far apart, but it comes out of nowhere. It sometimes doesn't leave, and it's just always there, mocking me, just like every shape I've ever met. Where does this blue border get off? Wait. It's like... Away! I hate shapes! It's me.
I know a lot of me.
Thanks for having me on such short notice.
We offer expense checkouts for a reason.
I just really needed to talk to somebody with a PhD.
I don't have a PhD. And they forgot the U.
You have FUD?
I have fun.
Listen, man, I feel like I'm going crazy here. I can't sleep. I haven't eaten in days.
Oh God! Here, have this.
Blueberry?
Maybe this is linked to something. Firstly, science confirming your consent to my research.
Yeah, sure. That's just words.
Consent is the highest form of...
I thought it was constipation.
Okay, so are you financially unstable?
No, I've never paid taxes. You save a lot of money doing that.
Are you depressed?
It is affecting my happiness.
I can prescribe you liquor.
Do you even know what I'm talking about?
As your therapist, I'll give you the same answer I give all my patients. No.
Okay. Everything I see, there's this blue border around it all.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. And I've been murdered. The border is more absurd than murderers. They make great arguments.
I just don't know what it is. I recently noticed it, and looking back, I feel like it's been obscuring my vision for as long as I can remember. What if there's something down there I can't see that it's blocked?
Pretty good today. See ya.
See, you gotta help me! My sanity's at stake here!
No, somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Fine. You're right. Not a big deal. This month has probably just been really hard. I talk about stupid Nintendo games so much. Ooh. Maybe I'm overdosing.
Might I suggest a new hobby? I recommend a book to discover new things to get into. Stupid bullshit for dummies.
I don't know what else I'm good at. What about you? Do you have any talents?
I have a foot fetish.
Really?
Not yet. It'd be more interesting for my epitaph. As somebody with a foot fetish would say, yeah. Nice bed. Those towels real?
Yeah. So call me crazy here, but I think I'm in the head.
Maybe my other patients can help you. My murder clinic turning on some new hobbies.
No, I want you to help me out.
Oh, come on. I'm a therapist, not a doctor.
I'm letting my brain run mad. We gotta figure out what's going on here.
What? That scanner in the corner over there?
Here's a flashlight to look in my ear. Go wild.
Huh, well, you're in good hands. I'm quite knowledgeable on head.
Why don't you get on your SAT?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, that's good. I feel safe. Holy shit, I do have a head.
Holy shit, he does have a head.
So this is what a brain looks like. That looks fine. Hey, Jerry!
1 sec, I'm making sure I don't get confused here.
Oh man, all my memories! That's when I saw a white guy. That's when I was a white guy. My favorite one! I was 40 when I met Anime. My friends died.
You found the blue border? Kick its ass!
I can't do that. I can never do this shit. They always would. Remember that gun that shot me? shape.
I know how you feel. My dad's killer was a shape.
I just don't. Porter always been a part of my life. Why can't I escape it? Why doesn't anybody else see it?
Maybe you need to relax. How about a nice pillow in the face?
That's killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe a gun to your head will take your mind off.
What was that?
Words!
No. I think the porter just got.
They were required to not be brain dead and your pulse stopped 30 seconds ago.
Well, resuscitate me! Oh my god, I want to get out of here. I just want to talk about stupid Nintendo games. Will they freeze? Guys?
Maybe a cold washcloth will revitalize you. Nope, it's not wet enough.
Every week and enter the game on PS3. Pick something right out of the drawer and hold it up against the floor. Spew some junk about no sex, and a beacon comes just to say guess. At the desk, a hoarder surrounded by some people. I just want. Just like my virginity, I'm already
Sports to the game.
I gotta remember this for next time. I heard you were in the hospital. I dropped everything and came straight here. There's a library across the street.
Hey, how's our free corpse doing?
Final one, ask them how you're doing.
I have some questions for them. What's your Snapchat?
They blocked me.
No, after a mental breakdown like that, you need to do something productive. Like join the army.
Is that why you're in the hospital?
No, I stubbed my toe afterwards, plus I had a coupon that was expiring.
He said some square existed. A blue square at that.
Guys, I swear there's a big blue border on everything I see and do, and I think it gets bigger the more I give into my carnal urges. Watch. Ah! You see?
Man, I've never met somebody who's stupid before.
Okay, can I please talk to each of you separately?
Yeah. No.
Damn, she's pissing you off today.
Pretty good? See?
Does it ever become too much? I mean, vegan all day?
I always got my vegan and crab jet, and he's my dad. I used to do that anything but bacon.
I mean, that's just another license to renew every month. Don't you ever just want to mix things up and gut a fucking duck?
Stop being miserable.
You know anything other than be vegan?
Well, I don't need proof for fun.
But you're vegan.
Yeah, my other passion is malnutrition.
Sorry, employee. How's it not working at Big Lots?
Red,
You ever get tired of working there and having a dead brother?
if it wasn't for my dead brother, I would have never replaced him in your group. Having a dead brother is great. You should try it sometime.
Jeb, vegan.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Talking about you went out. You're a vegan, not married.
I don't know. I tried a corn dog and realized part of it wasn't vegan. The batter had milk.
What are you gonna do without veganism? And what about Terry? What's he gonna say?
I don't know. I don't want to hurt his feelings. He's not vegan in the county, you know. He gave up drinking water because cows drink it too. That breeds, you know.
Like what? I like Rex. You mean this?
No. The lizard.
Rex, you hate sex.
More than most hate not sex.
Guys, don't you see? You may not have a blue border around you, but you have the equivalent in the form of crippling restrictive tropes.
I prefer the term silly running gags.
And why do you even care?
Just been a part of my life this whole time. I just want to feel normal.
Is it still in my therapy session?
The meter's still running.
You know what? I'm out of here. I got no milk to drink.
Save some no milk for me.
Yeah, Target does need an employee.
He's a moderator.
Does anybody else see?
Words can be blue.
Where are the signs? Centimeters being obstructed. Centimeters!
I'm boned.
Alert the officials.
So,
Welcome to being.
So that's what it feels like.
If you guys accomplish your homework, your personalities.
I've gone cold turkey, no meat. Just need a few patches to get through the day.
Yeah, I bought a gun for murder.
Jeb, we keep this up, the blue border will vanish. We can go back to our specialized diet.
Terry, what do you think about lizards?
Yeah, they're great for looking, not for eating.
No, like as a hobby.
What do you need hobbies for? You're a vegan, not a man.
I'm on a job hunt. I heard Wendy was lacking Target employees working there.
I decided to stop being your therapist and start being a therapist.
I eat zinc now.
Did you not before?
Well, taking vitamin supplements seemed like a great way to get my mind off not having sex. And zinc just suits me.
You know you can only take 40 milligrams a day.
How much is that in pounds?
Okay, well, I spend all last night with my games. You. This personality change should be enough to mitigate the blue border.
Oh, find something to do then.
All effect up.
Married squares a cautionary tale.
Write the whole thing?
The blue borders ain't something that can just go away.
It's like a black hole. The worse it gets for us, the more it'll start to affect others. I think we nailed it due to excessive rub bean, and that's all we got. If we don't do something about this soon, hell bent on repeating itself. And if we don't warn people soon, things could get bad. Amber Alert guy.
I've been wanting a spotlight from him.
Rex, I got something planned for you and I.
Oh, I've heard of something like that. It's called an event, right?
Everybody else, just spread the word as much as possible. The more people know, the quicker we can find a solution. Get on your feet and let's do this.
I think Wendy's a boy fan. This will be great practice.
We're not crazy. We're not crazy. We're not crazy. You're just.
Here's the plan.
Say no more.
I booked an appointment with somebody that owns a curtain. How do you find these people? I just thought people took things with curtains more seriously.
Graphics overlap?
Barely, but if we go on this show, we'll reach all people.
Hey, that's more nobody than yesterday.
What's this talk show about?
I was hoping Blue Borders, but no, I had to lie to get us on.
Hi, I'm Hector and Friends. That's not the name of the show, that's just my name, damn it. And welcome back to Throats for Thought, where we get to chat with throat users from all over the world in County. Our 15th guests today have throats. Let's get them out here.
You don't know if you have a throat. I forget, I never took anatomy. Remember, if things aren't going our way and we need attention, when in doubt,
Vomit.
no, just lie and say it's your birthday. That'll get us a sympathy vote.
My birthday.
Okay. I just got a cease and desist from the other 9 groups.
That's the exact slogan.
It is a popular time of year to get. Well, maybe we can get our attention some other way. Like with sex appeal?
What? We're already?
Hey, Hector, it's great to be on this show with the throat. Ever since I've gotten one, this has been a short-term goal of mine.
Who's this?
Oh, he's my aunt.
Swallow.
Thanks.
Well, when I heard your story, I knew you had to be on the show. You have a throat?
Does he ever?
I won best throat at the state fair.
I won biggest.
Ever since I was 18, I was told my throat was my best feature.
Okay. Been notarized? Any official throat user's been notarized.
Hey, if anybody has a throat here, it's Scott. I can tell you how many times I've been around this man. That'd be, damn, man, stop using your throat!
Listen, Hector, I may not have my throat documents on hand, but would you settle for dental?
Eat you. Get off my show.
No, we have to stop the blue border. It actively annoys everyone it affects. It has to end.
Oh my god. My aunt just died.
On my birthday?
Well, any publicity is good publicity.
Just in, a fight amongst 10 groups of end-of-the-world conspiracy theorists broke out today because apparently we can't all settle on a definitive end of the world.
Shapes? I don't trust them. Get away from me!
In other news, on a special edition of Throats for Thought, a throatless con man and his aide took over the show to inform everybody that a blue border will be overtaking the world. Police later confirmed that blue borders don't exist.
It's getting us closer to step 2.
At least we did spread the word on multiple issues. Now people know about the blue board.
I mean, we only started to see the board after you brought it up to us.
Justin, reports of the state of Ohio experiencing a blue border obstructing their vision are increasing rapidly. Let's go to a reporter on the field.
I'm in a field.
See, that's why I don't trust the news anymore.
That's a yard. I'm standing here because as a news reporter, you trust what I have to say outside more than inside. Eye-havers are reporting a phenomena where a blue border is obstructing their view. Nobody knows why, but it seems that the entire state of Ohio is affected. Whoa, 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 whoa! Other states would contact Ohio to help, but it seems that they would have to be convinced that Ohio is real first.
Oh my God, you know what this means? Not Michigan!
The thing is, Frank, if you have a disease, I'd argue that most diseases are contagious.
How do you got something tangible the size of Ohio?
Maine, maybe. Ohio, I tried.
Take it up! This is important to me. People are to be in my shoes this entire time.
They're bitching about Wario.
Blue border. I feel like it's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I just can't escape it. Like the moon.
I think I know where to look.
Guys, we're going to...
Oh, I love my home.
How?
I get space sick.
Does anybody know how to build a rocket?
I know of rockets.
We'll wing it.
The question is, what materials do I have enough of to make a rocket?
Come on, we gotta try. Target employee. If the blue border takes over, there won't be a Wendy's to get fired from if there's no world left.
There will always be a Denny's, though.
Terry, there won't be no cheese to eat if this continues. Jerry, there won't be me wasting money on your services. Rex, there won't be no sex to be had. Jeff, no everything except for Gex because anything but Gex is Gex. That includes shallots. If we're the only ones who can do this, we have to take this blue border out ourselves. We're the only one who can do this. Everybody else is busy. We've got nothing else to do today.
It's our time to prove our worth by saving the world, save this frame, this earth. And when we do it, rub it in the faces of our government. How could you tax we gotta save the world, we gotta save the day. I know you. And so hear me as I swear, you don't want the cataracts. Wouldn't that be end as well? You get nothing. We can't give up, at least not. We gotta. I can't. That's we're the only ones so we must install as a it's our duty to fight back after borders came to dwell. When us I can take the fight because it's up to us, and if someone will watch the world tonight, it's in the underwear. Before preparing yourself, cause this is war. Alright guys, we're going to space. Remember your coats.
I'll just pick one up on the way there.
Terry Lessler, you'll be our treasurer. Jeb, customer support representative.
Close.
Blood charm down pants, setting Tinder radius for 50 miles and beyond. This is atmosphere. Hello, please. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
God, that's a lot of space. Yeah, space is a lot bigger up close.
It looks like we have to take a left about half a mile. No. Forgot to figure out the grade.
Don't worry, I recognize this area. Just keep going straight.
Hey guys, there's a caterer here. I'm trying to figure out what to do. What would a Wendy's employee make? Alright, back to the drawing board.
We got Link here.
Alright, listen. I'm immortal. Or reps, let's move on.
Work. Listen, if we die, it's dying. Is it pay y'all or pay all? Please f up more.
Oh, who shot us?
My money's on a working class.
It can't be. My mortal enemy! Comrade, man in 09!
Oh, Scott. You'll pay for this.
Why are you doing this?
First of all, it's none of your business. For whatever reason, despise Madden 09, so it looks like I'll have to deal with you myself.
You can't kill us, it's illegal.
Hey, anything's fair game in space. This room is playing the game lock.
Let's get the hell out of here!
They just come up to support these things.
Oh, God. He's docking. The troops are boarding the ship.
Oh, it's the Green Bay Packers. All right, Clark, we're ending this.
Guys, I know we're trying to mitigate our tropes here. Let it affect who we are. The only way we're gonna win here is by being the best us we can be.
There's a thing I hate more than the Green Bay Packers. It's sex. Honestly, deep down, I've always felt like I've been a Wendy's employee.
Well, I'll let you know the deal.
I haven't.
Is it?
It flew in front of us when we weren't looking! Starting up!
We don't have enough resources to fire back. We have everything we need except for zinc.
I already gave it to you. We need a second. Things aren't going our way.
Hey, here's a band. That'll work. Guys, we have enough. I'm tired of you. Oh, wait, fans.
I swear! Clark, all we're doing is looking for the Just let's go, and everybody will be.
You think I have nothing to do with that? But you know what? I'm coming over to deal with you myself.
Vince, thank you.
Yes. Thanks, God. No problem. Good luck out there. Thanks.
I like to not file a complaint.
Guys, I don't think we're gonna make it. We're almost out of gas.
What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go?
Sunoco!
Guys, I don't think we have to go that far.
So that's what blue is?
The color.
I'm so happy we're all hanging out more.
I'm just happy home invasion's in now. What are we looking for exactly?
Probably a square. Well, if any place is gonna give us answers.
Big printer ink. Oh, wow.
Look at this one, eh? Wait, guys. Nobody would leave their printer ink out there just like that. It's a trap!
Trying to remove me from your life?
It kept me busy.
I'm not only affecting you in your conscious state, I'm ready to irritate the entire world. No! There's nothing you can do now. Not just yours.
Why did you only affect me to begin with?
All your time talking about stupid Nintendo games.
I risked a lot doing that. Ever heard of spontaneous combustion?
You were a waste. I contacted Farm to say. Doesn't mean I'm supposed to ruin your life even more so now. You were the perfect catalyst for my plan to be a part of everybody's life. Burn the screen in everybody's eye. I have eternal life!
Opposite of eternal life is virginity!
Weakening it. I've been holding this money for years.
It looks like it needs one more dose.
I've been saving this one. I don't know wait in Espanol for PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360!
I hate when this happens.
Can we eradicate it?
No.
I got rid.
If it just stays here, it might get bigger. People use them. He needs a host.
What are you saying here?
I think it needs to live with someone.
I'll do it. That goes against everything we've just done!
Guys, I've had to deal with this thing longer than you. I'm never gonna leave, but I know how it works. I know how to just talk about stupid Nintendo games and not let it bother me. Nobody else. I just hope people understand what I see all the time.
Look, we did it! Everything's back to normal.
Yeah, this blue border's not gonna leave anytime soon for me, but I know.
What I love. It's okay. Plus, who knows? It might shrink over time. I think it even did that a while back.
I think that deserves a recommendation. Pop that on your resume. You're the only patient of mine that has saved the world from shapes.
If it wasn't for this whole thing, I would have never considered myself to be a fast food employee.
None of us did.
At least I can go back to having no means of crotch access.
That's good. I heard Jesus eats hand jobs. Terry, I'm sorry. I don't think I can be a vegan anymore. I like bread.
And here you are. But we could always use a volunteer vegan on the
Oh boy, now people know what I'm not. You guys. I don't give a piss.
Save the world from a blue-bordered world. I just have to live with it for the whole rest of my days. It's a lot when you've been talking, thing is worse than you thought. But there's just one thing